Hi, I'm Becky. I just finished up a quilting project and I am eager to move on to my next project. I already have ideas I've been dreaming about and thinking about, but I'm having to slam on the brakes because I have a lot of things that I need to do with previous projects. Binding a sleeve, repair a quilt, so put a backing on it. Today is Saturday, so I'm giving myself a week. I have entered my black and white quilt into the Washington State Fair, and I have to get it delivered on Friday to the fairgrounds. I've done some of the binding, and once I have done the binding, I also need to put a sleeve on it. I'm going to go through and make sure that every thread on this thing is trimmed. And while I'm not expecting it to find any glory at the fair, I'm very excited to just see it hanging there. Oh, you can see the backing there.
How long has it got? Bakers, you have half an hour left.
Here's the lettering for the bottom of that quilt. Where did I park? The spacing is weird. So anyway, I need to redo these. I've got some black so I can fill in and space them out better. Here is the bottom of the quilt. So it goes there in some way where this is how it was. That's better. I want it to spread across here a little bit better, a little bit differently. I wonder if I could put it all here. But what would go here? What do we think about this? Maybe a pair of sunglasses would be a fun thing to put here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, there it is. The refurbished bottom of the quilt. Where did I park? And the beginning of the road to the car. I am much happier with this. So I'd like to use stuff like this for the back. I'm gonna bring you over and show you. These are like panels of the Tula Pink, and I had cut them so that I could do kaleidoscope, so that's why they're exactly identical. I've also got a bunch more of the Alice. I had fussy cut the Alice fabric, and I ended up taking what was left and turning it into squares. So I think between these three things, the Tula Pink panels, the Tula Pink Alices, and then the owl is also Tula Pink now that I think about it. They're all three Tula Pinks. I'm just gonna have some fun with it. Okay, here is our backing. I'm pretty much loving this. This is my last project for this week. This week of cleanup and get the odds and ends done. Backing and batting and binding and quilting for the Great British Bake Off quilt. I'm going to use leftover fabric from this project. Here is that gingerbread fabric that I used. Basically olive oil fabric, little pots of Winnie the Pooh honey, the bowl of cereal, this sort of I don't know, country tea thing, the pinks and teals that I bought. This green, I'm gonna put the solids aside actually. A bunch of fruit and over the quilt top. Go together. Strip of it. This also, keep this one. This thing I forgot that I have these cupcakes. And the back of this quilt is the place for them. I don't love it the way I loved the Where Did I Park backing, but this is not bad. And I used the cupcakes in there and a lot of the fabric that I had left over. Here is the finished Where Did I Park quilt. It is completely finished. The binding, I just finished up the binding last night and then slept underneath it because I like to do that with a brand new quilt. Here is the backing of that quilt. Actually, I said binding, but it's actually facing. I let the front keep the black edge and just put the binding on just on the back. And this is the Great British Bake Off quilt. This one is not bound and it's not quilted yet. I have decided to hand quilt it, which is why I was putting pins around the edge of it. It just kind of protects the quilt while you do the hand stitching. And here is the backing. When I have finished this quilt, I will post on Instagram. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye. I just took the question mark off. I'm not too worried about punctuation on a quilt.